Footy's back, and you have a choice.
Put up with what you have or demand better with Fox Footy and get closer to the game.
With your team live every round this home and away season.
Live every celebration with no ad breaks, siren to siren.
And with 24/7 coverage and analysis, you can take your footy smarts anywhere.
So to get closer, choice is easy.
Fox Footy, only on Foxtel.
2013, we have the Footy Connect revolution, a platform designed by footballers for the grassroots footballing community. Clubs can promote the club by creating a Footy Connect profile using customised backgrounds and logos, communicate via the club wall, including video, photo and text posts, announce the team for the upcoming round, and recruit players. Tailored tools such as the Footy Resume allows users to promote their skills, coaches' feedback, facilitates communication between player and coach, and events tool for coordinating special club functions and activities are the innovations that make Footy Connect truly unique and so powerful. Footy Connect, connecting the football world. Are you connected?
The Northern Territory is full of the best stories.
Where I got up close and personal with an Aussie icon.
Which you just have to do. Flying over those waterfalls is just irresistible.
So we jumped straight in and
Relaxed in the cool waters with
a few friends on a little charter heading to
a tropical sunset like no other.
The best short break story is available now at flightcentre.com.au or call 131 600 and book now.
Port Adelaide way, so Eagles obviously have to lift their intensity a little bit more and get that tackle count up.
Well, I reckon at half-time Worsfolder really disappointed Tim with what he saw.
Yeah.
And he said it too, they just almost switched the light off. They didn't have the energy, the levels. They thought it was going to be a walk in the park, but they turned it back on. It took probably half-time to turn that light back on.
Funny because Port Adelaide kicked the first two, including a super goal, and blew the margin out to 34, and it looked like it was going to really get away from the West Coast Eagles, but then there was just some real good work done in close. I saw Rosa lift quite a bit, even though he's had a reasonable game. I saw the clearance stuff start to get back on top of it with Cox leading the way there. And look, it was just a really good effort. Their forward line started to function again. Darling started to come into it. Hill kicked 2 late goals, and all of a sudden they got some real good momentum going their way. So the Eagles, well and truly back in the contest, only 5 points down now. But if there's been a bit of a breeze, that it will favour Port Adelaide this term, but you couldn't say that it's of any great advantage.
Jack Darling, 191 centimetres, 91 kilo, can run like the wind. Still only 20. Played 47 games, had 10 contested possessions today, leading on the ground, and he has the potential to be a superstar. Throw Nat Nui up forward as well. Lacroix a little bit more form back in. They got a very potent forward line, but I think his ability, Jacob, to run through lines he almost plays as a big half forward flanker at times. That like he comes down to the wing and races back and forward. Very hard man to match up on.
Oh, absolutely. It's a massive asset for your footy club to have a guy 6'3" and can run and chase and do the little things like that. I remember seeing a stat last year on Fox Footy, and he was, I think, in the top 5 for tackles inside 50 and chases for a big guy, which is just outstanding.
Super speed off the mark, and I reckon he's the guy that actually got him back into the game. He tackled, he chased. We saw him take a mark at centre half back. We've seen him in the forward line. He kicked a couple of goals, and I reckon he's a very good player. And that's why I like the Eagles down the track. When you put Nat Nui, Kerr, Emily loves to kick goals. You got Lacroix back after a knee reconstruction. Kennedy's is a super player, so they've got many options.
Oh, absolutely, and they're going to be up around the mark again this year. There's no doubt about it. They're definitely a top 4 team. But Timmy, I just wanted to ask you, mate, what do you think the Power need to do in this final term to get up and beat West Coast? What do they have to do that probably lacked that last 5 or 10 minutes of that third quarter?
I actually think they started to get beat at the clearances, which was disappointing because they had really got on top in that area. And you were right, Hamish Hartlett, who sort of dominated that first half, just wasn't as active, and
hardly called him that quarter.
Only had 2 touches, and he was bulldozing that ball out of those clearances with Ollie Wines, who probably didn't have a big quarter either.
Yeah, some guys that I want to see lift, who will be pretty disappointing in my eyes this quarter. Kane Mitchell's only had the 2 disposals after 27 last week.
Can't believe that.
Yeah, I can't believe it either.
Like getting a kick.
Alapate Carlo needs to step up. Lewis Stevenson's only had the 6, obviously coming from the Eagles. He's been one of those kids who wants to cement a spot in the Power team. I think he's been okay. Hasn't been a standout. And Morey, he's playing in the midfield. He's got to be able to step up. And quite surprised, Matty Broadbent's only had the 6 disposals for the game, which, he's usually a 15 to 20 plus sort of guy, so he needs to step it up as well. For the Eagles, Eric McKenzie's been quiet. Sam Butler's only had the 4 disposals. He's a much better player than that. Patrick McGinnity obviously has had that concussion that we spoke about before.
Yeah, looked like
so
a hard knock, I think.
Yeah, so hopefully he's okay. And Shannon Hearn's been quiet. He's only had the 4 and 1 plus Eagles 5. So, some of those guys need to step up.
Well, but Shannon Hearn didn't have much of the play, but he did kick that big super goal, and that changed the game. The old 9-pointers. Cam O'Shea got one early on too, running down from defence and kicked a nice 55-metre goal. Who's your tip here, guys? 3/4 time. It looked like Port Adelaide by plenty. Eagles have got to within a goal. 30 minutes or 25 minutes of 4. Who are you tipping?
Well, I think the scoreboard indicates it's going to be very close regardless. I think
you'll stay with Port, though.
I'll stay with Port only because I feel like the right-hand side's been the scoring end.
Jacob?
Yeah, I'm tipping with my heart as well, mate. So I know I'm a WA boy, but I'm staying with home and hopefully Port Adelaide can get up.
I'm calling a tie. I reckon it's going to come down to the last couple of minutes.
Don't sit on the fence, Wills.
Our relay going to 6 PR. I hope you're enjoying that too, because the Eagles, as we said, they are set for a super year. The grand final of the NAB Cup next Friday, 7:45 to Brisbane Lions taking on Carlton. Should be a terrific game of footy. Then a week later, Essendon and the Crows from South Australia. That's the game they're all waiting for. Here's the start of the 4th quarter, and here's Tim Geneva.
In the middle, Lobie went up pretty high. He got the tap. Prentice may get onto it. No, but hitting it hard was Shannon Hearn first. He kicked it up towards half forward. Hills in front. Didn't take the mark. Spilt free. Ended up with Carlisle. Carlisle on the left, a huge kick towards the forward 50. Bounces over the top. Bo Waters first opponent on the left, and out was Selwood. Out towards the boundary line. It's going to race there, and I reckon Broadbent will let it go over. And centre wing on the member side, it will be thrown in as the last quarter begins for 5 AFL Agostino, Mitsubishi and the Thirsty Camel. Natural gas scoreboard this term. Lacroix goes in hard, tries to get the clearance off of Broadbent. Broadbent takes him to the ground, and a bounce will result.
Yeah, anyone's ball game. It's only a NAB Cup game, but it's still nice to win these. Not a bad crowd. They're enjoying the hit out between the two. Good strength there from Hearn. Did beautifully to Shuey. Almost collared, was collared. Gave it a gaff. Was it legal? The umpire said yes. Gaff now up towards full forward. Kennedy pushes up his opponent. Tried to get back in the play. Port Adelaide did well. Was that Pittard on the right boot? Smacks it back towards the wing. Cam O'Shea. Good mark by Wingard. Got to get a group mark of the night. Played well tonight. Kicked 3 goals. Just goes short and finds Ebert. So Brad Ebert, who started his career with Eagles, goes to Westhoff, laconically goes to the footy, but takes a nice mark about 70 metres out from goal. Pokes it out wide to Young, who's been a quiet player tonight. Played well last week to Darren Young, but a lot quieter tonight. He just hurries in the forward line. Not a great kick off the boot. Gave Shields no chance at all. 1-2 happy, 2 game a dirty look. The margin's 5 points. We've travelled 2 minutes. That's on the natural gas scoreboard.
Thrown in, only 35 away from the power goal. A free kick infringement was there. Umpires paying it to Port Adelaide.
Gee, Dean Cox looks bemused. He's going to Lobie.
Well, I'm bemused as well because couldn't see much in that at all. Matthew Lobie's not going to argue with it though, let me tell you. Kick one from here in the second term.
Almost identical spot, wasn't it?
He's probably a little closer. This one is a 35-metre kick. 45-degree angle. Dean Cox still discussing it, saying, what was it? And
Scotty
he doesn't
Salisbury replay. Inconclusive, Tim. Inconclusive.
Well, there you go. So Matthew Lobie with a chance to put Port Adelaide in front. First blood in the last quarter. He kicks hard at it. It's not going to hold its line. It goes off to the rider, behind to him and Port Adelaide. One straight kick the difference between these two teams. 73 plays, 67 natural gas scoreboard.
Eagles about to bring it in through Shannon Hearn. Big, strong player. One of the biggest kicks in league footy too. Nice kick out of the wing. Gaff should take the mark if he gets. He did. Strong mark. Lobie came in late, but Andrew Gaff held his ground and took a very neat mark. Cox screaming for it at centre wing. Gaff now runs on. They say one of the fittest players of the Eagles. On his left boot, nice looking kick up towards Kennedy at 3 to Benty. Tringo's fist is huge. Now to Lacroix, to Cox, surrounded by players. Took 2 to get him down. Scotty Selwood ran the gauntlet back to Mark Lacroix again. Just doesn't get a bit of ball, but coughed it up to Westhoff. Here's a chance for the power. Just took their time there. Kane Corns on the end of it. Did okay. Gets it Ollie Wines now. Wines gets on the right. Kicks up towards centre half forward. Not a great kick. Almost a free kick.
Great effort, Needy.
Not paid there. Brad Ebert follows up beautifully. Chance for the power. Need runs on. Need into an open goal. And Need finishes beautifully. Port Adelaide lead by 12 points. Something out of nothing there. They just sheer work rate and persistence. And Jay Need on the end of it got his first goal for the night. And Port Adelaide needed that one.
We spoke about Needy before when he had a contest with Glass, that he just jumped away from the body. This time he attacked it hard. He made the spoil, got the ball out to Schultz, who handballed it back to him, and a beautiful goal. So the old 1-2, his defensive pressure has been fantastic.
But just persistence,
all night.
wasn't it? Bang, bang,
He
bang.
just kept going at it, kept going, never gave up on the contest, got the ball forward, and a well-deserved goal.
He's just come off the ground and he's got a roaring cheer from the crowd. I reckon he might have some family members here because
could be a few.
He lives in a little place called Elliot. That's where he's from, which is 8 hours drive from Alice Springs. So it gives you an idea how remote it was. Back in the middle though, Moore with Lobie trying to win the ball. Getting it up towards Brad Ebert. Quick kick off the inside of the shoe up towards centre half forward. Players there can't handle it. Westhoff goes in. He's lifted in this second half. In goes Schulz, trying to get it to Wingard. Couldn't do so. Pritis in there for the West Coast. He's mobbed by 3 Port Adelaide players. Eventually it worked its way out, but this time I don't think it will. Selwood on top. And Adam Type, it'll be bounced 40 away from the Port Adelaide goal.
It's good footy at the moment, boys. It's really hard and tough at the moment. It's what we like to see.
79 plays, 67, 12-point ball game. Kicked out of bounds on the full. Under pressure, West Coast Eagles. I think the defending player might have been Shuey. And it's going to be Jonas with the free kick.
Tommy Jonas has been good tonight. Had a lot of job on Lacroix and has beaten that player. Mark Lacroix, a very handy player.
He's only had 8 disposals tonight, so Tommy Jonas has done a fantastic job.
Finds O'Shea. O'Shea a spear towards Redden. Couldn't take it. Eagles, he's always got courage, the Selwood boys. His brother now gets involved too. Now away goes Smith. Smith's a short ball looking for Kennedy. Had a super first half, hardly sided the second half. Done well was Trengove, did very well.
Very good.
Pitted off a step back towards centre half forward, almost a great mark. Will be paid there to Glass. And I reckon Wingard just copped one for his corner there. Glass, a big strong man too. Really took him out. Mitchell still only a couple of possessions there, Jacob.
Yeah, Kane's been disappointing tonight. He's only had the 2 disposals, and he's had 5 tackles though, so he's putting on plenty of pressure, which is good.
He'd be disappointed because he's up at, well, a boy from Western Australia would have liked to play well tonight. Wingard back on his feet.
Yeah, he just ran into that contest backwards and just might have winded himself when he hit the deck.
So he's up and going now.
Eagles have the ball on the outer side. It's a 12-point ball game, and it's just lost a bit of momentum. A long kick inside the forward 50. Up went Kennedy, down went Kennedy. Shuey did well, gave it to Prittis. Standing start, lands in the goal square. Dangerous, Darling's there.
Yeah,
and O'Shea's giving away the free kick. You're right, he's just a monster of a man, is Jack Darling. Well, go back and you think kick his second goal. He's at the head of the goal square, and to reduce the deficit back to 6 points. He's a beautiful kick normally, is Darling. As I said, just a young man, enormous future, and so mobile and agile for a big man. Kicks it straight through for his second goal, banks about 50 metres through the big tree at the back behind the goal square there. And Eagles hit back hard.
It's quite unusual, boys. We've got Jack Darling at 191 centimetres here, 91 kilos, and Cam O'Shea, 193, 89 kilos.
I was just looking at that. There's no way that could be the truth.
There's no way that is the truth.
He's certainly stronger than O'Shea. He can push
and he looks like he's got at least 3 to 4 centimetres in height as well.
Don't believe anything you read, Jacob.
That's what it gets down to, but too strong in that contest, Darling. And held his ground, and you could see O'Shea was hanging on for dear life, literally, and gave the free kick away. Back in the middle, the West Coast back in the game. 6-point ball game, natural gas scoreboard.
I did call the draw.
You did indeed, and you are a very smart man. You've seen a lot of footy. Loby got up high, won the tap, Boat being held on to, then got high. Eventually the umpire paid the free kick. Boat to his feet. Rolls on, right foot kick into the hot spot, up they go, hits the deck. West Coast are back there with numbers, don't come off though. Cahoon with the footy, trying to get a little kick around the body, didn't get it clear from anybody. In they come, putting pressure on Port Adelaide. Off the ground went Selwood, it's going to try and make its way out. Butler's quick hands over the back, went into Young. Young got it to Boak. Boak spilled and delivered and tried to find a target in Moore. And Moore will get the free kick for chopping of the arms. He'll be approximately 30 metres out, virtually dead in front of goal.
Good guy stat, good to go, boys. Travis Boak up to 20 disposals, 9 contested possession, which is fantastic by the skipper leading the way. Kane Corns to 16. And he's had 1 tackle, 7 handball receives. Hamish Hartlett has been quiet in the second half. He's only 15 disposals still, and his kicking efficiency has gone down from 78% to 64.
Andrew Moore coming in. Important kick for him and the club as he goes straight back and kicks an absolute beauty. That is an apex goal of the night contender as he rolls back in and puts Port Adelaide just a little breather, 12 points in front on the natural gas scoreboard.
10 different goal scorers for Port Adelaide. Shared the goals around, done that particularly well, apart from Wingard with 3.
Yep.
And Jay Shields with 2. The rest have all been singles. So I reckon Kenny Hinkley will be happy with that. Share the goals.
Oh, absolutely. You know, you don't want to have just one goal option, which is either Schulte most of the time or a Westhoff. So share the love is good.
Whereas Eagles have had 4 to Kennedy and 2 to Darling and a couple to Hill. So they haven't had quite as many. But Port Adelaide once again eke out a 12-point lead. 9 minutes gone in the final quarter. Beautiful night here in Alice Springs. And the grand final next week of the NAB Cup. Brisbane Lions taking on Carlton Blues at Etihad. Loose ball comes out the back to Smith. He coughed that up like a school kid in the backyard.
Just a shank forward by
Loby now works it forward. Around the body went Cahoon. High ball. Who wants it? Can someone get back in time to take the mark?
Great effort.
Ollie Wines ran hard at it. Couldn't quite get there in the end. He heard the ground shudder when he landed. Kane Corns kicked it 2 metres to his teammate, Pat Congregate.
What was that?
Not sure what he was doing there.
Oh, is that a free kick?
No.
Diving onto it now was Moore. Around the body again. High kick. Can someone take a mark? They can. Bo Waters read it beautifully and took a nice mark.
That was got to get a group mark of the night contender, Bo Waters. That was outstanding. A lot of courage. Left foot Out here to Pritis. At half-back member's side, he delivers up the line, finds Lysett.
Been quiet tonight.
Scott Lysett
Yeah, he's only had
turns and
three
delivers.
disposals.
He comes up the line to Hill. Hill's found some space at half-forward. He's loose. Lobie, the only man in pursuit. It's a big effort for him as Hill bounces 3 times. He's dropped it. He has to go back and get it. He steadies. He delivers inside to Kennedy.
Great footy, Hill.
Great lead by Kennedy, boys. Ran back to the goal square. Trengrove looked at him, looked at the ball to see where it was, and Kennedy's just done that little look as he looked away.
But good pass, Hill, too, because Hill lost possession, had to regain the footy, steady, didn't panic, nice kick, and at full tilt. Josh Kennedy took a very good mark, and Tim lining up for goal number 5.
Certainly is. Kicked 3 in the first quarter, 1 in the second. He's also kicked 3 behind. So 7 shots at goal. This will be the 8th. See what he can deliver to keep the Eagles in the contest. A trial by 12 points at the moment. Kennedy. Fred Flintstone run up. Boom. At the goal. It swings back beautifully. A terrific goal by Kennedy. His 5th. The Eagles hang in there. 79 plays 85. Natural gas scoreboard.
Great play there by the Eagles. Switched the ball. Moved it quickly down the oval as they want to do. Josh Hill composed himself after this, that little fumble with the bounce, and hit Kennedy in a beautiful lead up and a nice little hook that he just turned Jackson Trengrove inside and out and kicked that goal. So Port Adelaide need to get the next one here. It's been a really, really tight contest so far.
Seesawing in the last quarter.
Hartlett's been quiet since half-time, had a super first half, but really haven't noticed him since then.
Yeah, well, I mean, he had the 12 or 13 disposals in that first half, and he's only had 2, so he's been very quiet. I'm not sure if, I think Adam Selwood has gone to him, which is obviously a massive rap for Hamish.
A good tag at 2, and the Selwood boys, they can do a job and also get footy themselves. The margin back to 6 points, 12 gone. Port Adelaide can go forward now again. It's time through Boak, high kick to full forward. Can someone take a mark? Crumbs come to ground, shoots off the ground. Sucker style, hit the post. Would have been the goal of the night, apex goal of the night, not to be. The margin 7 points. And a good game of footy too. Really has been a good quality game. It's been Port Adelaide, then the Eagles, momentum shifting all the time.
Bo Waters clears it towards Lysett and Redden. Redden on hands and knees. He loves getting those balls up, but Shepherd did well to cut in, win possession. On his left, looking up towards half forward. Carlisle versus Cox. Carlisle grabs it, wants to give it off. Can he get it over towards Broadbent? He does. Broadbent, an underground kick, finds Kane Corns, centre wing member side. Kane has a bounce. Chips up the line looking for Ollie Wines. Ollie Wines punched away.
Spoil,
it was a good spoil by Mackenzie. Got it over the boundary line. And a throw in.
Good guys stat to go, boys.
Half forward.
Luke Shuey's had the 19, Will Schofield 15, and Bo Waters 15.
Brent, Ollie Wine's got the biggest legs for an 18-year-old I've ever seen. Massive, and he's played well again tonight, done some great things. The margin 7 points. Kane Corns, was he pushed in the back? He was. Butler clumsy there. And Kane Corns, what a career he's had. Finds Wingard. Now to Stevenson, a long kick. These are the chaos balls up towards full forward, pushing and shoving. Goes over the back. Eagles desperate. Smith takes possession for the West Coast Eagles. Looks out wide to Cripps. Cripps should mark and does, and takes a relieving mark. But a good kick for Port Adelaide. Kick for the hot spot. Players really start to panic back there, but Smith repelled beautifully. Rosa now with the footy on the outer side half back. Port Adelaide 86, Eagles 79. And the natural gas scoreboard, 14 gone, final quarter.
Great work rate by Port Adelaide to get back there and hold the Eagles up. They were out on the other side, and just seeing all the defensive stuff that they've done over the pre-season is definitely coming through in this game.
Gaff towards Schofield, Kane Corns. In fact, Heath Campbell also went up after it. Chance now for the power just to bang it back towards the half-forward flank. Mitchell's been very quiet, gets a nice handball though, did very well. Looking for Ebert. Shot on goal from 45. Can he kick it straight across the face of goal? Bounces 2-3 times.
Just got tackled.
And goes out of bounds, right full forward pocket.
Yeah, it was a great diving effort. I reckon it might have been Selwood just getting a hand to him and put the kick off to go out of bounds, right forward pocket, Port Adelaide. Lead by 7 points, natural gas scoreboard. Pack of players around this ball as you'd expect. Desperation, Redden made front position. Lysa got a hand to it. More in there for Port Adelaide trying to win possession. Ollie Wines over the top. And it will result in another bounce. Forward pocket. Game's intensity picking up with 15 minutes played in this last term. It's been a fairly warm night. It's been played at a good pace. Over the top of it, Schulz left it behind. He goes back to try and win possession. In goes Kane Mitchell as well for Port Adelaide. Eventually, Schulz just ripped it out. Tried to get to a teammate. Good defensive work in the back. Oh, Sam Butler. Oh, he's not happy either. Just said he went down with it, not me. And Andrew Moore with the resultant free kick. Already kicked one in this term. This is a much tighter angle, about a 30-degree angle, right forward pocket, and about 25 metres out.
Just needs to compose himself here, Maury. You know, he had that great set shot before where he kicked the goal. He just needs to go back, settle down, and just kick it for the team so they can just get a bit of breathing space.
Well, he should get some confidence out of his last shot at goal. It was a ripper, very accurate. Let's see what he can do with this one. Andrew Moore, steady as she goes, lines up, kicks over the top of the man's head, and that is a superb kick.
Straight through the middle.
Very, very good kick. Apex goal of the night contender, without a doubt. That was terrific work. He runs back to the centre with a lot of confidence. 2 goals to Andrew Moore. That'll do his confidence a world of good. 16.5 played, and Port Adelaide just sneaked the lead out a little bit more. 92 plays 79, a 13-point margin, natural gas scoreboard.
Just great forward pressure there by Port Adelaide. The game these days is about locking the ball inside your forward 50 and keeping it in there, and getting repeat stoppages, so then it keeps tiring out the defenders. And unfortunately, Sam Butler made a mistake, got in the back.
Yeah, he's given away a couple of free kicks, Sam Butler, just a little bit clumsy. The margin out of 13 points, and a lovely kick from Andrew Moore, an apex goal of the night, so he'd be pretty happy with that to bring up his second goal. Not even sure he's ever kicked 2 goals in a game of league footy. So Cox in the centre, brings it down in the Pritis direction, dropped it, had time to recover on his left boot as always. Back towards centre half forward. O'Shea there, so did Darling, wanted the free kick. Darling off the ground again, Pittard in there. Now the ball goes back towards full foot. Can someone pick it up and have a shot? Eagles a real chance here. It's Lacroix on the right boot, right across the face of goal. And beats all comers and goes out of bounds, left full forward pocket. But time ticking away. 18 minutes have gone into the final term.
Boys, Tommy Jonas has done a fantastic job on Lacroix tonight. He's worn him like a glove.
Yeah, good player, Tommy. Won the Coaches Award last year, so got elevated to the senior list. So it's a good story, Tom Jonas. Could have been a free kick to Redden. Appeals to Pritis. Got rock and rolled. The hurry kick came from Hartlett. A massive kick. The big barrel, almost a great mark. A diving attempt, like a third slipper there was Jay Shields. Couldn't quite take it. Right in the interchange, and we'll see a boundary throw in.
I reckon this run's done Jay Shields a world of good too. He's needed a good full game, and he'll be better for it, I reckon.
Absolutely.
Clearance here on the wing. Very good
Great
tackle by
Maury.
Andrew Moore on Butler. In went Hearn to try and win possession. Pritis again. Pritis got taken high. No free kick paid. Eventually found. And
got for the
Pritis
push,
will be rewarded.
Did get tackled high, you're right.
So Pritis, centre wing member side, little chip pass looking for Glass. Glass gets it off to the running Rosa. Rosa on the right boot. A long kick towards full forward. Here's Kennedy and Trengo. Trengo punched away. It's going to be Westhoff and I think it was Brown who went in at it. It's back to Rosa. Rosa tackled by 2 players. He got a kick away still. It's high and under, and underneath this, taking a good courageous mark, Tom Jonas with courage.
Yeah, well done, Tommy Jonas. It was a dangerous ball, but his hands were good and up to the task. 92-79, the margin's still 13. And the time clock keeps ticking. 19 minutes. They normally go about 23, 24, so you think 4 or 5 minutes left. Brad Ebert starting to work his way into the game. Takes a nice mark on the outer side. 5 AAFL on relay to 6PR in Perth. And the season proper not far away. The NAB Cup Grand Final, Brisbane and Carlton next week at Etihad. And a couple of surprise results. Shuey almost got dacked, but recovers well. Chance for the Eagles through Gaff. Now they go forward again. Shuey got involved to Schofield. Mitchell tries to hunt him down.
The pressure is awesome.
Pressure is good. Rosa finally. A long kick towards full forward. Lacroix back there. O'Shea coming through there was man of the moment. Kennedy. Lacroix. A shot on goal. And this time it bounces once. Out of bounds. Left full forward pockets. Just a little bit rusty, Mark Lacroix, but he'll be better for the outing.
Yeah, definitely. And just Port Adelaide's pressure tonight, boys. I'm not sure. Compared to last year, it looks like it's changed a lot. Kane Mitchell and those sort of guys haven't had great nights, but he's had 5 tackles and getting up the ground and just putting on heaps of pressure. Jakey Need, and that's what the club's obviously brought in, those guys who can do those sort of roles.
Redden and Cox at it. They couldn't get the hand on the ball, though. Out the back, Pritis on his right boot. Hooks around the body! What a goal! Absolute ripper. Apex goal and night contender from Pritis. Sensational stuff from the clearance. He can produce stuff out of nothing, and he did it exactly then when they needed it. They're only 7 points down now, the West Coast Eagles. 85 plays 92 and 20.5 minutes into this last term on the natural gas scoreboard.
Great stoppage set up there by Coxie and the boys. They knew what they were doing at that side. He just hit the ball back. Pritis has just run onto it and didn't go to his left side, which is unusual. Snapped it in on his right side. So quite unusual setup.
Yeah, terrific player. Pritis always so consistent. Him and Selwood in the centre. They work rate. Don't have quite the class of they've had over the years. Judd, Cousins, Kerr, but boy do they work hard. Port Adelaide, they've been equal to the task. Ollie Wines tried to take it, couldn't. Boak smashes it towards half forward. Young got manhandled. Smith for the Eagles does well. Off his half-back flank, keeps it in play. Diving attempt there to Shepherd. Ball just goes over the line and out. True centre wing here at Traeger Park. Good game of footy, played in good spirit. Warm night. As we said, they'll sleep well tonight. 92-85, the Power with a slender lead. Can't be a lot of time left. Slapped over the back to Schofield. Like this game tonight. Kane Corns in there huffing and puffing, coming through Hearn. Just a little toe poke. Went about 5 metres. Knee did okay. Hurries it forward. Scotty Selwood put his head over the ball. Shuey goes in hard too. Players still desperate. Good stuff here from both teams. Ollie Wines comes in to lend a hand. Umpire going to play holding the ball.
Jesus,
well, how did he pick? There's 5 guys over the Sharon. Not sure how he found a free kick, but it'll go to Scotty Selwood.
He takes off quickly on the wing. He knows there's not much time. He quickly kicks it inside. Darling's in there with O'Shea. O'Shea got rid of him. Not sure if it was legal. In back they go. Jonas tried to get the ball up. Couldn't quite get it to his teammate. It's got loose. Gaps picked it up. Gaps picked it up. He's been tackled on the last line. Ebert trying to get it over the boundary line. Well done. Westhoff gets it over for a rush behind, but Brad Ebert's desperation was incredible. It is now a 6-point ball game, and David Wildy wants his draw.
Well, I'd like to see one, a goal, but yeah, good play there, and well done for the Power. Looked to be a certain goal to the Eagles, didn't it, with Gaff? But desperate stuff, so Brad Ebert has the footy. He's starting to build up a few stats too.
Yeah, Ebo's had your 13 for 17 disposals.
Oh, he's on a barrel.
Oh, the big torpedo back through the centre, covered 65 metres, lands in no man's land. Andrew Moore's had a good last quarter, finds O'Shea on the left boot. Bangs it out towards the wing. McKenzie and Cox, the 2 big men go after it. Sits up now for McKenzie. Ollie dropped what he should have taken. Smith gets it back towards McKenzie. Time running out. Lobe a little bit clumsy there, all over him.
Yeah,
in fact, 2 clumsy.
Played it late.
And a massive turnover here. The Eagles at centre wing. They play on quickly. Smith on the end of it again. Kick high up towards the forward 50.
Pay the mark.
There, great marker. Got to get a great mark of the night. Might even win it. Brad Ebert. As we said, played 76 games for the West Coast Eagles. That was good hands.
Superb stuff. Right when you needed it, he kicks it out wide or one-on-one. This is dangerous. Boat though, too good. He gets hold of it now, kicks it up the line. Umpire's paying something.
Free kick, pushing the back.
He's going to bring the ball back to half-back flank, outer side where Travis Boat will take the free kick.
Why no advantage there, though?
Well, I thought he kicked the ball and then got pushed, so the ball should go up the ground, but umpire caught it. It's coming back to Travis Boat.
Fair enough. Travis Boat, the skipper, with the ball now, wearing the number 1, as is Port Adelaide's tradition.
Looks very good on him as well, I reckon.
Not bad. Suits him. Kicks it short up the line. Running hard, Stevenson. The siren sounds at the 24-minute mark of the last term, and Port Adelaide come away with a surprising win. 92 played, 86. It was 12 goals, 11, 86 with a super goal. Power 14-5, 92 with a super goal, and a superb night's footy. Both teams will get a fair bit of fitness work out of that one in warm conditions.
Yeah, the Power players off the bench too running out. I mean, any win's a good win, and it's a confidence booster with the season proper not far away. They play Melbourne round 1.